What's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today I will be starting a brand new preparation marathon. This time we're looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger's biggest franchise, The Terminator. Dark Fate is released on digital mid-January, so every week I will review one of these films in preparation. I've done this once before a few years ago in preparation to see Genesis, but that was on my website and it wasn't done with my current rating model, so it'll be interesting to see how my scores have evolved over time. The first Terminator movie came out in 1984, and for the longest time, this was probably my least favorite in the series, mostly because this franchise is now understood to be a science fiction action series, and that first movie, among other things, was an 80s horror slasher film. So no, I don't always espouse everyone else's feelings on this thing. Let's get cracking. This review is brought to you by the word of the day, espouse, to give your support to an idea, principle, or belief. The Terminator is the age-old tale of man versus machine. A cybernetic organism is sent from the future to locate Sarah Connor, who has been selected for termination. He is to kill her before she can give birth to the leader of the future, John Connor. To help her survive is Kyle Reese, a soldier who is also sent from the future. First, I want to talk about the good before I get into some of the things that I didn't love about it. This is probably the most important film in the entire saga. It lays the foundation for why the other sequels even need to exist. Most people believe T2 is probably the best in the series, and I'll agree with you there, but without the story that was created in the first film, none of the other movies would have a leg to stand on. Also, in the mid-80s, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the perfect choice for the Terminator. It makes so much sense. The man is built like he has a metallic exoskeleton already. His voice, while very noticeable nowadays, wasn't as noticeable back then, and probably sounded unlike anything anybody had ever heard before. That means the casting for this film was top notch. As for the story itself, it's classic. It's a tale of basic survival, which is, of course, really easy to just throw into any script, but it also has the consequence. It answers what'll happen if they don't survive, and the answer isn't just an easy die. No, the future here is at stake, which helped make everything 1,000 times more urgent. But let's get into some negatives here, because man, oh man, is this a film that is not aging very well. It is helpful that this movie took place in the same year that it was filmed, but it's really hard to take everyone seriously when they act scared, especially when they're wearing huge perms and when Arnold's supposedly terrifying cyborg looks like a homeless person. I mean, seriously, have you even seen what kind of clothes the guy picks out? He would have been more intimidating if he just stuck to walking around naked. Whoever did hair and costume design in this movie needs to get dragged out and shot, because that was the most distracting part of the movie by a clear mile. And then you have the animatronic work done on Arnie. Now, I don't want to bash this too harshly, because I can tell a lot of talented people worked on these practical effects and tried to make it look as real as humanly possible, but it was before its time and slightly too ambitious for its own good. Once Arnold plucks out his eyeball, his entire head turns into an animatronic replica, and I'm using the word replica, and that hurts me to say because it looks nothing like Arnold Schwarzenegger and is clearly fake. But when this rubber-looking robot puts on sunglasses, it once again looks like Arnie. Magic. Also, the end battle with the robotic skeleton. Once you remove all the skin from the T-800, it's a little bit more believable, but not by much. Its movements are really weird, choppy, and honestly cartoon-like. Put it this way, when I think about Terminator as a whole, I typically forego thinking about this movie. It was the wrong genre, it was hard to take seriously with the hair and costume design, its aged effects hurt the film as a whole, and it doesn't often feel worth it to sit down and watch the story, which on its own isn't bad. Like I said, it is classic, and it is incredibly important to watch if you're to fully understand any of the sequels. So at the end of the day, when you balance and weigh the elements of the film, it's not hard to see that it is better than it is bad. That's why when it came down to my score, I give it a 75%, 75 out of 100 possible stars, granting it the letter grade of C. It's still not my favorite, and I have yet to see where I rescore the rest of the films. At the end of my journey, I will also be doing another ranking video, so make sure that you pay attention to my channel for when I post that next month. Guys, I'm really curious as to what you have to say about this first Terminator movie. Is this a film that you love just as much as T2, or are you like me and thinking it hasn't aged very well? Let me know in the comments down below. As for YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel if you like this review and would like to see some more like it. Hit the thumbs up button because that always helps out my channel, and don't forget about that little bell icon because that helps notify you when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out!